All right, so we're back in the shop after a weekend and we got a little free time. We need to work on our little car. Oh no, there's the phone. I guess we're gonna have to put off working on the car for another 5 minutes while I take that call. Okay, where were we? We were looking at our little car here. This is our 70 Honda N600 and we've been doing a little body work on it. See what we're talking about here. These things work great for dusting off your car. So, big kink in the door. There was a big crease that went all the way through here, and of course my commenters on my video said, well, the door probably blew open at one point in time and crunched itself, and you're probably right. And the one thing about bodywork is, how should I say this? It takes way longer than you ever would imagine. Granted, I probably should have just replaced the door, but then I'd still have to work on the fender. There's a little damage there. And other things that totally surprised me, like the bottom of this fender comes down and there's a 1/4 inch of Bondo and somebody's shoved aluminum in here. You can see the difference in material. Somebody has either riveted or bonded aluminum to the metal and then filled it full of a 1/4 inch of Bondo. In fact, there's a rivet right there. See that rivet? So it's like, I didn't expect that. I didn't know this car even had any rust until I took the door sill plate out and then figured out that it has quite a bit of rust, and there's some in other places. I thought this was a complete rust-free car. And that brings me back to my point. When you're doing body work, it's a booby trap. There's some more rust down there. You just don't know what you're getting into. I've owned this car for 12 years and did not think it had a spot of rust on it. And I've been surprised. I didn't think this car had any body work done on it, but I've been digging out Bondo and rust, and I knew it had a repaint, but I didn't think it had any damage. Goes to show you. You just never know. So we got the crease out. We pulled it out the best we could. We filled it a couple times, and I've smoothed it out. I know it looks bad because there's many different layers of colors and there's high spots, but I'm happy with it now. I've got the body line back, upper and lower. I've got this dent pulled out, which I didn't even realize was there because the emblem sort of covered it up. But I'm pretty sure my commenters are right. The door swung open, it pinched the fender, and it put a big crease in the door. And then somebody tried to fix it and sort of gave up, and that's when I got the car. This car was originally yellow, this kind of a butternut squash yellow, and it's had some brush paint work. In other words, somebody took a paintbrush and brushed on the inside and this lid, and you can see the old yellow there. I just want a nice looking car. That's what everybody wants, right? So the dent was really bothering me, and I thought, I'm going to dig into it and I'm going to fix it, and I'm getting ready now to kind of mask it off and put some high build, basically it's sprayable Bondo high build primer on there, and we'll do the door and they'll sand it down and see what we got for a flat surface. Whenever you do a flat surface, or we'll try to make a flat surface, you want to use a longboard like this, and you want to sand in an X pattern. This way, this way, this way, this way. You're trying to flatten everything out, and you can see I've still got high spots and I've got some low spots, and I found some dents over here, and it just goes on and on and on. Part of my quest in life is to fix up all my little cars, but if you put 10 hours into a door like this, that really reduces your time to work on all these other cars that have dents and issues. Just kind of griping, I guess. But anyhow, we're going to spray this door today with some filler, maybe the van as well. It needs some spot repairs while I got the material out, and we'll see what we got. I'll then put the guide coat on, which is this powdered stuff. You just kind of shake it up as a powder and you rub it on, and it leaves a dark spot, and when you sand, you can tell where your high spots are and your low spots. Now just that little bit right there looks like it's pretty level. I got my high spots and my low spots all equaled out, but it's taken a little while to get to this point, and that's my job. It takes a little while to get to the point. Thanks for watching. Okay, I think I was saying something about how bodywork took so long. I fixed this crack. This trunk lid on a Honda, open it, 600 is plastic, and I don't know how there was a rip or a tear in the plastic and somebody put a sticker over it to try to keep it together. I fiberglassed it from the inside and the side and the back. So on the outside, the inside, and the side. And then we've got this wiped down and cleaned, ready to go. And then the van has been turned into a pin cushion. Pulled a dent here, pulled a dent there. And I've been pulling with my Chinese stud welder all these. Looks like a pin cushion or porcupine through its quills all the way up. Here there was a, you can see there was a crease, and then back here was a crease, and this one I popped out from going through the tail light. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. All right, so the shadows are getting long. The day is now becoming very short. Stella's telling me it's time to go home. Did I mention what a mess and how much time it takes to do body work? Oh my goodness. So we sprayed the door with high build primer. I've got a couple runs in it. I'm going to sand out, but I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. And same thing with the trunk. There, that looks pretty smooth. That'll sand out real nice. And I can figure out the masking off the rest for paint. And same thing with the little van. Painted all the spots that would get rusty. The drip rails were real bad. I got those primed. Lots of spot priming and trying not to make a mess. It's looking better all the time. Or that's relative. Has to look worse before it looks better is what I found out. Took care of all the rust that was right above the bumper back here. That looks so much better. It's coming along. It just takes a lot of time. Most people don't realize that. But now you do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.